Well, the American President, Barack Obama, making a statement there in the briefing room of the White House on the U.S. budget, saying that the two parties are working on a few differences. He spoke of a unique opportunity to do something big. He called for a balanced approach, and also he called on both parties to agree on real compromise. And, of course, he said that this should not come down to the last second. Among the comments that the U.S. President made in that statement at the White House. Let's discuss this with Professor Larry Bretwell. He is with the Pace University Graduate School of Business in New York, joining me on the line. Many thanks for being with us. Well, you heard the President saying that this should not come down to the last minute. The United States has had to borrow money since its creation. What's the big deal now?
The big deal is that in the past, when there was a debt ceiling limit, it was usually just automatically increased. And we had the famous Tea Party, a lot of new members of Congress who are opposed to government spending, they're opposed to government deficits, and they are using this debt ceiling limit as a way to reduce government spending and to reduce the deficit. So the president needs a Congress to pass an increase in the debt ceiling, and they said they will not do it unless there's massive reductions in spending.
And what will be, if this is not going to pass, what will be the consequences of the U.S. defaulting on paying its debt?
Well, nobody knows for sure, but the international financial markets said that this would be a disaster because it would cause the financial markets around the world to panic because the U.S. government is not paying its debt. And historically, the safest investments in the world have been U.S. government debt. And that may not be the case after August 2nd.
And talking about spending cuts, there have been mass protests in Wisconsin and Minnesota lately over budget cuts. Talking about, again, this raising the budget, raising the debt ceiling, how does it work for Americans per person if the U.S. continues to borrow more and more money?
Well, there's widespread agreement by all parties and lots of experts that the United States cannot continue to borrow 40% of all of the money it spends. So we collect taxes for 60% and we borrow the rest. Everyone agrees that this cannot continue. So, and that's why the reason the Tea Party won so many seats in the last election, because many people believe the government is spending too much and it must cut spending.
Professor Larry Bidwell with the Pace University Graduate School of Business in New York. Thank you so much for speaking with us.